My amazing partner. When Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman first walked on the red carpet together, it looked like magic. He was a country boy who loved playing guitar and singing. She was a beautiful movie star from Hollywood. When they stood together, people thought they were perfect for each other. Everyone called them a golden couple. They made people smile wherever they went. His warm laugh and her gentle grace made them special. People loved watching them together at award shows. They looked so happy that everyone believed in love again. But what people saw in photos wasn't the whole story. Behind their smiles, they were real people with real problems. Nicole had been hurt before in love. Keith had fought hard battles with addiction and felt like he wasn't good enough. They weren't perfect. They were just two people trying their best. For a long time, their love worked. They had a happy home with daughters. They laughed together and made memories. Love helped fix their broken parts and made them feel whole. But fame made everything harder. Nicole had to travel for movies. Keith had to go on long tour. They spent more and more time apart. The nights alone got longer. It became hard to stay perfect for everyone. After 19 years together, they decided to divorce. The world was shocked. People couldn't believe it. But Keith later said something important. Sometimes love is real and strong, but people still grow apart. Their different childhoods. Keith grew up in Australia. His family didn't have much money, but they loved him. Music was his safe place. He learned guitar and it made him feel better. But as he got older, he started having problems with drugs and alcohol. He felt scared and alone a lot. Nicole also grew up in Australia, but her life was different. Her family was smart and strict. She was a bright girl who felt things deeply. She became famous when she was young, but her first marriage made her very sad. She wanted to find real, safe love. When Keith and Nicole finally met, they were both ready for something new. They had both been hurt before, but they were ready to try again. Their love story begins. When they met, something special happened. Nicole found Keith gentle and kind. He looked at her like she was a beautiful sunrise. She felt safe with him. Keith was amazed by Nicole. She saw the good in him when he couldn't see it himself. She made him feel calm and steady. Their love grew slowly, at first quiet dinners, gentle talks, and soft moments together. They shared their stories and really listened to each other. Soon the world noticed how happy they looked together. They got married and built a beautiful life. They had daughters who filled their home with laughter. Keith's music got better because he felt so happy. Nicole's acting got deeper and more beautiful. For years they seemed perfect. They held each other through good times and bad. They weren't perfect, but they tried hard. Their love seemed strong enough to last forever. Fame gets in the way. At first, fame didn't hurt their marriage, but slowly things changed. Nicole had to travel to different countries for movies. Keith had to tour and play concerts far from home. Days apart turned into weeks, then months. They missed each other but couldn't change their schedules. Phone calls replaced morning coffee together. Quick hugs replaced long talks. They were both working so hard that they forgot to make time for each other. Nicole felt tired from always being perfect. Keith worried he wasn't as important as Nicole. Success made them happy on stage, but lonely at home. They tried to fix things. They made promises and carved out special time together, but the time together got shorter and shorter. Love was still there, but they weren't connecting like before. Growing apart. The end didn't come with a big fight. It came quietly like soft rain. There was no shouting or blame. They just slowly grew apart. Keith felt a coldness growing between them. He turned to music to express feelings he couldn't say out loud. Nicole felt lonely even though she was loved. She poured herself into being a mom and acting. Their home got quieter. Their talks got shorter. Their hugs didn't last as long. They both noticed something was wrong but didn't know how to fix it. They lived in the same house but felt far apart. Nicole would stand by the window, feeling alone. Keith would lie awake at night, wondering what went wrong. When they finally divorced, the world was shocked, but they weren't. They had felt it coming for a long time. There was no anger, just sadness that their beautiful love couldn't continue. The hidden truth. After the divorce, Keith spent time alone thinking. He realized something important. He had loved Nicole with all his heart, but he didn't love himself. He spent their whole marriage thinking he wasn't good enough for her. He tried to be perfect, because he was afraid his problems would be too much for Nicole. He hid his fears and doubts. He thought love meant being strong all the time, not showing weakness. But Keith learned that love can't survive when someone hides their true self. Nicole wanted to help him, but he never let her see how much he was struggling inside. Nicole learned something too. She had tried so hard to be the strong one, to be perfect, that she never showed when she was tired or lonely. She needed Keith to really be there, not just admire her from far away. The real reason. Keith finally understood. Their marriage didn't fail. It just finished its job. Their love had saved both of them and taught them important lessons. Now they needed to move on and grow as separate people. Some loves aren't meant to last forever. They're meant to change us and make us better people. That's what happened with Keith and Nicole. Moving forward. After they separated, both Keith and Nicole found peace. Keith's music became more honest and real. He learned to be happy with simple things: sunrises, playing music just for fun, time with his daughter. He finally felt okay with who he was. Nicole kept acting in powerful roles. She raised her daughters with love and taught them that love isn't about how long it lasts, but about how it changes you. She looked back at her marriage with thankfulness, not sadness. When they saw each other at events, there was no anger, just warm memories. They respected each other and remembered the good times. The final lesson. People asked how such a beautiful love could end. But maybe the better question is, how did such a beautiful love help them both become better people? Keith said love is like an echo. It stays with you even after it's gone. The love from his marriage taught him to be gentle with himself. Nicole said some people come into our lives not to stay forever, but to wake up parts of ourselves we forgot about. Their story teaches us that real love isn't measured by how long it lasts. It's measured by how it changes us, the courage it gives us, and the gentleness it leaves behind. Keith and Nicole's marriage was a beautiful season, amazing, sometimes hard, unforgettable. Their ending was gentle and mature. Their story reminds us that when a relationship ends, love doesn't disappear. It just moves from between two people into the hearts of each person. That's why their story will always matter, not as a sad ending, but as proof that love can heal, teach, and transform us. Real love stays quietly and beautifully in the most special corners of our hearts forever.